Hi everyone, this is Shana TV.
So today we are here to do an album review for Sector 17, which is 17's new repackaged album. We already did an album review for Face the Sun, so you can check that out here. Right? And today we'll be reviewing the 4 new songs in the repackaged album.
If you haven't subscribed to us, make sure to do it right now and make sure to hit that like button down below. If you want to watch us doing live reaction or teaching Korean, English, make sure to follow us on Twitch so you'll get the notification.
And all the links are down below.
The first song is 돌고 돌아. English title is Circles.
This song was very highly requested by our viewers. Very first thought I had when I listened to the piano intro was that this reminds me of the 90s children's shows that I grew up with, like Sesame Street, and then also Seasons of Love from the musical Rent. And then I looked up Seasons of Love, and actually it's in the same key.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's also a piano intro, so it felt very similar. And also kind of the meanings of the songs. 돌고 돌아 talks about like seasons, times coming and going.
Right.
And Seasons of Love is also about like the seasons, time passing, losing loved ones, things
Right.
like that. So yeah, I thought it was well made. Like
cool.
the piano intro gives you that nostalgic feeling just from the beginning. So I think it was really effectively done. The English title is Circles, but the Korean title is 돌고 돌아, which I wanted to check with you what it means.
So yeah, it's continuation. 돌고 돌아서 뭐뭐를 하다. So like it means circles.
돌다 means to like spin. 돌아오다 means like to come back, so it's like returning. I really like the word 돌다 because it has a lot of like figurative circling meanings.
Yeah,
So
it could
돌고
be
돌아 is
turning.
good too. So in the context of this song, it's about like
The season comes back. It just circles back. Everything circles back.
So as you can all expect, I adore this song because I love every single 17 song that's about like, I'm gonna be here for you, it's okay. I think that's 17's love language. It's always Uji being like, I don't have the words to explain this, but I will stay by your side, is a really common thing he falls back on. And I really felt the essence of that in this song, so I love it. One part that really stuck out to me is Wonu's line in the second verse that he sings with Seungkwan on the higher harmony.
1년 지나가는 계절은 아무것도 아니란 듯이.
What I thought of when I heard this line was how it can be comforting and also kind of sad, like bittersweet, that the seasons will always go by and time will always pass. And that reminded me of IU's Winter Sleep. I said something very similar when we were doing that album review. This song is about the like irony and the comfort and the heartbreak, knowing that like nature and the rest of the world is going to keep moving and those friends are not. The fact that this is Wonu's line, and he said in his birthday live stream that because of, he didn't say what specifically, but he said because of 상황, he recorded his lines after the other members, and after reading the lyrics, it took him like 10 minutes to pull himself together to like record. None of us can stop the seasons from moving and passing, and that in this song that's a comforting thing, but it can be sad too, and it's like accepting that sadness as well. I love how it goes from everyone singing the la la la's together to Uji singing alone at the end. Really makes it feel like a lullaby. I wrote this for you, and like I hope you feel comforted by this song. Beautiful. I'm not gonna cry today.
I thought of some similar things. So just like how you mentioned, like this song like reminded me of a different song. To me, it was a different song, the Wiz Khalifa's "See You Again," because the piano and the like chord progression a little bit.
Oh, and that song's also about
Yeah,
like
it's-
loss and seasons.
Yeah,
and-
so I think there's a pattern about like this kind of something coming back or like saying goodbye to things, like using piano. One thing I noticed was this song has very similar message with Ash,
Huh.
but very different delivery.
Yes. They're like different languages.
Yeah.
But you're saying the same thing.
Yeah, things
That's
go
really
away,
interesting.
but things come back.
Yeah.
I liked how the previous album finished on Ash, and then this one is like the beginning again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's circling.
Yeah. And then this one is the number one of the album, and then the repackaged album has the Ash as the end one again. So instead of like things have passed and you should focus on the next one, it's just saying like it's okay. The better day will come. You know, you've had a hard time. It'll come back. It's just how it is. Let's sing together. Yeah.
But it's not like invalidating
Yeah.
what happened.
It's
yeah.
not. Because understanding that things are moving and then comes back later, understanding that part is hard, you know? Like you don't, sometimes if you just tell people like time will help, you know?
Time will heal all
yeah,
wounds.
that's not the best thing to do, but because it's like a singing form, I mean a song form, I think the message from them helps us because we know they care. There were lots of hardships they had to go through, but they went through together. That's the important part. Like it's not like they all disappeared, the hardship, but what is important is that we did it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a song to themselves too. Yeah, I wrote key change.
Yay!
Yeah, Anna was like, I wish there was a key change to their song.
More often.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then it happened.
Yay!
And yeah, I did point out the Uzi part at the end. When even everything is gone, he's there still singing like a lighthouse. That's what I wrote. So he's the guidance to people like, I'm still here, don't worry about it, I'm guiding you.
Aww.
So yeah, I really love this song. It's beautiful. The children singing part.
Oh, the children
video.
really get me.
It was really cute. I really loved it. Did you like it?
Miso likes it. You liked it? Big sigh, Miso.
Yeah.
뭐야? 나래?
Don't know.
왜? 뭐? 왜?
나 오늘.
When will you be done though?
It'll probably take like hour and a half.
Much later.
It's day 2.
Welcome back.
The next song is underscore world.
So the first thing I noticed was how underscore world, I'll just say world from now,
Yeah.
is placed in the second song after circles. So I noticed in Darling there's a clock that got stuck because of a pin, right? At the end the pin breaks and then everything starts to run, right? The world
Starts turning,
yeah,
going around.
and then things circles around. So I think right after Darling, circles happen. So like the world starts to circling and then everything starts to happen. You have a hard time and then you come to the new world. That's why this song is placed after circles, in my opinion.
Cool.
Remember how I also said circles have very similar meaning to Ash, and then Ash also mentions New World. It's like kind of a continuation after that. The music video takes place in an airport. So the airport, you know, what it symbolizes is it's a place that connects everywhere in the world, right? So it just matches the purpose of this song, trying to be anywhere they can imagine, basically.
They get to start touring world tour this year, so world
World
they're
tour.
at an airport, yeah.
Wow. And also the lyric mentions something about knocking.
knocking on heaven's door. Whipped cream groom 손끝으로 straw.
You're not just entering the door of the new world. You're still like you have a fear. Like you don't know what's gonna happen. So like you knock and then you kind of wait and then take a look what's going on. And then if someone welcomes me, then I enter that world. This song like clearly is talking to the listeners to welcome to their new world. And then this world can be anything you can imagine. And lastly, we talked about this a lot. It reminds me of Lilac. Please go watch Anna's masterpiece, the mashup. The link will be up there.
One thing that I noticed that connects this song to several other songs is the motif of holding hands. In this song, they say, they also mention like, please just hold my hand at the end of If You Leave Me. And then in 돌고 돌아, the very last line again is Uji's line. It's the same ending basically as If You Leave Me. If You Leave Me is a plea, like please stay by my side, I want to keep holding your hand. And then 돌고 돌아 ends with the same thing, we are always together, and then I won't let go of your hand. So instead of pleading to someone, it's saying like this is what I'm gonna do for you. And then in World, of course, it's a lot more lighthearted, but it mentions that I'm always gonna be holding your hand, I'll be here for you. So I thought that was really cute.
Oh. The next song is Fallin Flower.
This is my absolute favorite Japanese song of 17's. So it's pretty high up there on the list for all of 17's songs. It's very vocals focused, and the way that the melody and the rhythms flow through this song really feels like flowers moving and wind and the speaker falling for someone. It's just so well written. Sound painting? I forget what it's called, but like the way the song is written feels like what it's about. And then the other reason it's my favorite Japanese song of 17's is because the lyrics and the intonations sound really natural. I know in this album it's not the Japanese version, but I haven't had a chance to talk about this yet, so I'm throwing it in. I found the Korean translation really interesting because this song sounds like a Japanese original to me, and then the Korean version sounds really natural and beautiful too. So I think they did a really good job with the translations either way. Whichever one came first, I'm guessing it was the Korean, but it sounds like the Japanese was first. It's very good. And then what's really interesting about this song is that they have performed this in Korean on a couple of awards shows, but they changed some of the lyrics. And what I found through my extensive research was that the stage version is much more close to the original Japanese. I want to ask them why they made those changes, because I think the first version was really nice too. Generally, if you have a Japanese version and a Korean version of a song, you can assume that the Korean version will have many more details added in. In Japanese, every letter, except for one, is one syllable. And that means you have a pretty limited number of words that you can include in each line. So it's the same meaning, but the hand being reached out or not reaching out is now warm. There are a lot of those. I won't go through everyone in this video, but if you're interested, we could do a live stream. Favorite part in terms of the translation is the bridge. The bridge is interesting because usually you have like the verse, chorus, bridge, final chorus, but in this song, they don't have a second chorus. It's verse, chorus, verse, bridge. It gives you that like rushing feeling, which I think fits the song well, that urgency in the bridge.
Unexpectedness.
Yeah. And then this part, the lyrics are so cool because like I said, usually the timing of the words don't match. Like if you were to play both the Japanese and Korean at the same time, it wouldn't be the same words happening at the same time. But at the bridge, they're almost the same. So it makes my brain so happy because I'm hearing the same words in two languages at the same time. It's just really fun to listen to. And yeah, that was my whirlwind of an analysis. What did you think?
I knew about this song because Anna absolutely loves it. I heard Japanese version a lot. I knew the Korean version existed from 2021 Seoul Music Award. I heard it, but I didn't really listen to it. But for the first time, I actually went ahead and listened to it. It was beautiful.
The performance?
Yeah, and then Jun playing piano at it was so good. I was like, is this real? Like, does he? Since when he played piano?
He does.
It was so good.
I should show you other Jun piano videos.
I was so surprised. But yeah, the reason why I watched that video was ultimately because I heard the lyrics are a little bit different. Overall feeling is the previous lyrics seemed a little bit translated.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, so it felt a little bit, like a tiny bit awkward. It was beautiful, but it felt like translated Japanese manga. So,
Huh, which parts?
the original translated lyric says, and then the new one is 내 시선은 하늘 위로 다시 피어나 너에게로. So 푸른 하늘을 바라보면 just looks like just a regular scene.
I'm just looking up at the sky for
Yeah.
no reason. Okay, it
Yeah.
doesn't sound poetic enough.
Yeah, and then the newer version says 내 시선은 하늘 위로. So, and it doesn't tell you the detail of what kind of like sky you're looking at, you know, why you're looking at. You have to have a lot of imagination to understand this song.
So that makes it more beautiful?
Yeah, I think so. Like more poetic. 모든 것이 되고 싶었어 난 그 순간만을 살아왔었지만, but it got changed to like completely changed. 이 순간을 시작으로 너의 전부가 되고 싶어. 오늘만을 살아왔었지만. You know, there are sentences that sound natural,
Yes.
even if it means exactly same thing as the
Yeah.
other sentence that feels awkward. You know, I think it's that. I wonder which one they like better.
What I would give to ask them, like, who wrote the first lyrics? How did you work with the translator? Yeah, why did you change it again? Is the person who wrote the Japanese lyrics bilingual? Or is it just someone who writes lyrics in Japanese and someone explained it to them in Japanese? I would love to know.
Yeah, but no matter, it's a beautiful song, beautiful dance. I love the flower moving on the stage. It's really good. Yeah, I love this song.
The last song of the repackaged album is Cheers.
I realized I said most of the things I observed from music video and the song from our live, one of our lives, so make sure to watch it. Here's the link. After a while, I still watch the music video and I still don't understand Seungcheol's fashion code. In winter, I want to try it maybe for a photo shoot or something. I can't do it for this concert.
How would you
but
even get into it?
I think it has to be custom designed. A very small waist,
And then they just like cut it?
kids jean or something, and then cut the bottom open.
Anyway.
The waist is really small
That's
too. Like
true,
if you
you're
think
right.
about it, yeah. And his eyes are so pretty and serious.
Anyway,
That's it for me.
that's it?
Yeah.
Some deep analysis there. The main thing that I wanted to think about was comparing Cheers to Change Up, which is the former Only Leaders song. I cannot believe it's been 5 years since Change Up. Do you remember listening to it?
Change up, change up, change up.
Yeah, that was the year I got into 17. Obviously, a lot has changed for the group and the world in general. When I first heard Cheers, I liked the song, but I wanted there to be more clear references to Change Up. I think I was kind of expecting that because it's been so long since then. But then when I looked at the lyrics of Change Up, I realized they are related. So in Change Up, they say, so there's another reference to like holding hands, and then let's go to a new world. They say that in Change Up. And then 날 따라 따라. Cheers uses the word 따라하다, 따라가다 a lot. This This word is interesting because 따라하다 means to copy someone, to imitate them, and then 따라가다 is to follow someone. In the lyric translations, sometimes that distinction isn't really made, but in Korean, basically it's vague. Sometimes they're saying, follow me, like we're heading this way, follow me to the new world. Sometimes they're saying people want to copy us, but they can't. And then in Change Up, they also say
Change up.
it's cool because Change Up feels like they're on an escalator and they're like in the middle of it. They're like, we're going up, we're getting bigger, just follow me.
They don't show the end.
We're on our way. Yeah, right. They're not there yet, or they're not at any transition point yet in 2017. They're like on their way up, which was true. We went to Korea in 2017, and if I mentioned 17, people would be like, who?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, generally people didn't really know about them, and now if I mention them, people are like, oh yeah, I've seen them before.
Yeah,
Nice.
of course I
I
know.
know it. They're people that you're supposed to know now, which is really different. And I think the lyrics of Change Up versus Cheers really reflect that. They went from like, we're getting bigger every day to like, we helped our company build a building. It's very different. And I also really love that Vernon's influence is so clear on this song. And that's another testament of like how far they've come and how they've all become involved in new different ways. I like it. I think it has its own charm and it like marks a new point in 17's career. And I also like how it kind of introduces the rest of the Face the Sun album. Like this is our new era that we're entering. Have fun listening to the rest of the album too.
Cheers, mate.
Oh no. Thank you so much for watching our thoughts on the Sector 17 repackaged album.
If you liked our video, make sure to subscribe and hit like button down below. Also, we have live stream on Twitch, so make sure to follow us so you can get notifications.
Alright, we'll see you all next time.
See ya, bye.